The threat of the coronavirus is a compelling reason why we, as the University of KwaZulu-Natal, need to constantly be alert and put in place proactive and pro-response mechanisms to combat such diseases and illnesses. The rampant COVID-19 pandemic has already spread to 6 continents, and there are no signs that it is being brought under control. With 33% of students returning to campuses, the Orientation Training Protocol, OTP, emphasizes the need to follow the general guidelines regarding our behavior. These include hygiene, cleanliness, human contact, and encourage quick action to screen, test, and obey related health and safety guidelines to prevent the spread of the virus. Once eligible students and staff members have been granted permission to return to campuses, they will be taken through safety steps before being allowed entry. These steps shall also be applied at campus boom gates, residential areas, libraries, lands, cafeterias, as well as teaching rooms, in order for the university to attain a zero infection rate and keep everyone safe. Let's start at the campus entrances. The University of KwaZulu-Natal has fitted Wi-Fi across all campus boom gates so that all eligible individuals can use the UKZN Health Screening app. This is a daily risk assessment tool designed to screen test individuals to ensure the virus is not potentially brought into the university. Just select which campus you are accessing. Enter your staff or student number. Answer if you have been exposed to patients for training purposes or if you have traveled outside KZN during the past 14 days. Check if you have any of the listed symptoms. If you do not have access to a phone or tablet to perform this, RMS officers will do this process for you. And if the app returns green, you are safe to proceed and complete the checkup process, which will be conducted by an RMS officer. The officer will check the status of your health screening app, whether you have your staff or student card and a permit, whether you are wearing a face mask and have been sanitized, or while making sure you are adhering to the social distancing protocols. After this process, you may then be granted access to the university. The university has been and continues to be thoroughly cleaned every day by dedicated CMS staff, ensuring a safe and sanitized environment for all returning individuals. Let's start with lecture rooms. As most of the 33% of returning students are enrolled in clinical and laboratory courses, the COVID-19 prevention process is thoroughly exercised before entering workspaces. The students will be sanitized, asked to sign a daily registration form, and are then scanned for temperature before proceeding to store their belongings and get what they need for the class. Social distancing is essential even inside medical and laboratory rooms. As demonstrated, students should avoid physical contact, limit verbal interaction, and always have a face mask on. This will ensure they focus on their own work and avoid spreading the virus into these teaching spaces. Moving on to the lands, these will be open at limited times and cleaned daily. Similar to protocols maintained throughout the campus, safety regulations and social distancing are also adhered to at the lands. In addition to this, students need to provide their UKZN student card to the RMS officer present, sanitize their hands, and once inside will be required to also sanitize their computer, keyboard, mouse, and desk area. Selected libraries will also be open and functional, and students just have to follow the same regulations upon entry. Once inside, students need to ensure that they sanitize their work area, maintain social distancing at all times, and avoid verbal interactions before settling into their studies. UKZN campus clinics will also be open to returning students, ready to take care of any medical issues that may occur. Each individual will be screened using the UKZN Health Screening app prior to entry into the clinic, and if the screening results are green, they would be allowed entry. Once inside, individuals have to maintain social distance while waiting in line where they will be called upon and assisted with any medical issues. If screening results are not green, students will be taken to a designated COVID-19 control area. The same safety procedure is followed upon entry into these residential areas, where an RMS officer will check the student card and sanitize the student before allowing access into the residence. Students are encouraged to practice the safety regulations even when they are on their own and outside of the university. Always represent your university proudly through your actions and statements. Let's make sure we maintain a zero infection rate at the University of KwaZulu-Natal and continue inspiring greatness.